me to speak about the role of students in tackling sexual harassment and bullying. Respected audience, related to the title I mentioned earlier, we need to focus our talk on the word role of students. Who is the students? I am the student. You and you are the students. And among all of us, you are students of your time. Is a student actually not just coming to school, sitting down to study, listening, writing, reading, and doing assignment? And after that, they go home? No, it's just our process as a student to become a student. So it deserves to be called a good student. Often, we heard the various agents of change and agents of social control. We would know these agents of change and social control agents is us. Yeah, me, you, and you are. But try to ask yourself, until now, have you been able to become agent of change? Until now, have we been able to control our social infringement? Or is it just the other way around us? We are following the changing times that inflate ourselves, the changing times that undermine morality. Or we, the students, who are controlled by our infringement, which has begun to be damaged by the influence of other cultures? It's not uncommon anymore. We get our first news about negative behaviors that occur in our infringement. And what we are most concerned about as students is bullying and sexual harassment. Dear audience, psychologically, bullying can be triggered by negative attitudes such as fear of envy, resentment, and difficult and hostility between teenagers. From the perpetrator's side, bullying is usually done because their self-confidence tends to be low. Bullying is a means for the perpetrators to get the attention of the people around them. It's a result of the bullying. The conditions that must often arise are depression and anxiety disorders. In addition, the effects of bullying on mental health in adolescents and children are feeling of sadness, low self-esteem, one-liners, and loss of interest in things they usually like, as well as change in sleeping patterns or eating patterns. Victims of bullying are vulnerable to problems with physical and mental health, such as having mental problems. Bullying in children can trigger feelings of low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, and difficulty sleeping well. This condition also causes victims to have the desire to hurt themselves. I opened our mind a little earlier about bullying. Now, together, we focus our minds again. Who is the bullier? The perpetrators of bullying and victims of bullying are not other people. Most of the perpetrators and victims are students, people who are still studying. What are the things that encourage a student to bully? What are the factors that cause the emergence of cyberbullying in students? Based on the result of the study, there are 5 factors that influence cyberbullying in adolescents, namely individual factors, including experience of feelings, perception, gender, age, psychological culture, and use of addictive substances. Family factors include parenting, family support, and parental stress. Friends factor in the form of support. In addition to bullying, negative behavior that is very damaging to a person's moral and psychology is sexual harassment. Victims of sexual harassment are very common to find on TV, other information media, or even in the environment where we live. Sexual harassment is more common in women to the children underage, children who are still studying. Even more concerning, several cases of sexual harassment were committed by students against students, a teacher against students, and a student against a teacher. Astaghfirullah. The case that accused why sexual harassment after abuse is because most women out there use themselves as white women who are with first, dress sexy, show their genitals, sweet treatment, sensuality, naughtiness. This is where our role is to remain each other, to guide each other without infringement, especially our friends, so that they can take better care of themselves, especially for women, to immediately cover their genitals in accordance with the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Honorable audience, from the two cases that I mentioned earlier, what should play an important role in overcoming these problems is that we are students, we are agents of change, we are social control. Simple thing we can do as students are first, instill in ourselves. We will only do positive things, only do useful things, not harm ourselves or others. Then another thing we can do to avoid this cause a good environment, which can have a positive impact on us. Even better is if we can be a control that has a positive impact on our environment. Keep feeling high and living in harmony. The news says like as a place to complain about physical content. We are students with an Islamic educational background who learn more about Islam, about the Quran and Sunnah. Our role as a santri is highly expected in the current situation. Our deaf students who are still the same age as us, they have school, students be even killed. Those who are out there are showing their genitals and body parts, swaying and mixing with those who are not mahram. It is a matter of pride for us who are students of a school in Islamic education paper. Prophet observed, we are the young generation of the Indonesian who behave according to the Sunnah and the Quran. Our future is determined by the young generation who memorize the Quran. Jihad fighters fight negative actions, especially sexual harassment and bullying behavior. I think that's all that I can tell you in this good opportunity. Thanks for your attention. Forgive me for my mistakes. See you later. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.